Hey, have you ever had a big goal and you thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard to achieve? And then the people around you are kind of discouraging too, or you've had supportive, encouraging people around you, and it made it so much easier and so much more fun. When you set up your social environment to support you in success, it makes reaching your goals much easier, and a lot of times it makes it more fun too. Hi, I'm Jen Kunkel. I'm the creator of the Wild Worth Method, designed to empower you to stop feeling insignificant and instead unleash your wild, savvy self. That wild, savvy self who knows exactly who you are, what you stand for, what you want, and you're constantly, consistently developing the inner confidence and the self-worth to boldly step into the juicy life you super crave. It doesn't always have to be perfect. It is much easier when you have a system like the Wild Worth Method that brings it all together. So today we are talking about your social environment. You might wonder what that is. Well, I'm going to cover that in a moment. But first, I want to tell you how I used this, probably without even realizing it. I ran a half marathon once, this several years ago, and I did this with a friend and actually ended up being with a group of friends and a great coach. So we were in this women's group together and we all decided to run this half marathon. One of us had actually run marathons before. We had her coaching us on what to do, and she put together like these weekly events where we would get together and we would go to different places and we would run together, sort of. Some of us were at different paces, so we would meet together at the beginning and then we would run in, little mini groups depending on our pace, and then we'd meet up again at the end of our however many miles it was that day. Some days it was 3 miles, and then near the end it was like 9 or 10 miles, something like that. And because the half marathon is 13 miles, which I don't ever care to do that again, but that's beside the point. I did it, and it was so much fun because I did it with a group of women that we were all working towards the same thing, and we were all at different levels. None of us were like professional or anything like that. So it was a lot of fun, and I realized this was actually creating a social environment that supported me in achieving my goal to run the half marathon. I had a goal to run a full marathon, but they were all training for this half marathon. So I was like, okay, cool. And I realized afterwards it was hard on my hips, it was hard on my just everything. So I made the decision not to do the full marathon, maybe because I was going to be doing that one alone. I also realized that I had set that full marathon goal because I heard someone else ran a full marathon and seemed so excited about it. And I was like, I never felt inspired to do that before, but for some reason I was. And anyway, it turned into a half marathon. I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. Sometimes you don't achieve a goal that you set for yourself and you realize that it really wasn't your goal. And that's what happened there. The point is the social environment that I created, that we created together, me and this group, was so good for I don't think I would have done the half marathon if I wasn't part of that group. I don't think I would have completed the training. I don't think I would have been motivated and inspired in the same way that I was by having this group that also had that same goal. We all kind of helped each other keep motivated and helped keep it fun and kept us on track. So it was great, and it's amazing what that can do for you. So the social environment is the people that you surround yourself with on a regular basis. And the reason it's important, you always have a social environment. It could be supportive or it could be unsupportive. The reason that you want to make it as supportive as possible is just for the reasons that I illustrated in my story. I really don't think I would have done the half marathon at all if it wasn't for having this group of people that were doing it together. And it doesn't have to be someone who has the same goal as yours. You need to take a look at different aspects of your social environment, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, the people that are in your life all the time, and how they're affecting your ability to move towards the things that you really want in your life. Do you have people in your life that are constantly complaining, bringing up drama, like maybe kind of poo-pooing your idea, shooting holes in your self-worth, like, oh, are you really going to do that? Like, that kind of thing. So if you do, then you need to find the best way for you to handle that. Now, I'm not about deleting people from your life, okay? If that's what you need to do, if it's a really toxic situation, then you have to make that decision for yourself. But I'm not one for encouraging people to delete people from their life, because I have done that before, and I would probably not do it again. It would have to be pretty extreme. I mean, there's people that have been in my life in the past that aren't anymore, and I'm okay with that because we just evolved in different directions. That's different. But to just, cut off a close family member completely, maybe limit your exposure to them. You got to figure out for yourself what works for you, though. What I would suggest putting more emphasis on is the positive, finding the people that are going to be supportive in any way, whether it's a coach or whether it's a buddy that you work on something with, or a group of people that you work towards the same goal with, mentors, friends that are supportive of you and that encourage you and show you ways that you can do, show you reasons why they believe in you. So if you add those people to your life, then some of those toxic people will maybe shift, some of them will fall away, some of them you just won't have space for them as much. Fill up the space with the positive, supportive friends and associates and people in your life. Start going to classes or events that are around the goal that you have, and get around like-minded people that have similar goals and similar objectives, or just that inspire you. So the more that you do that, then the more you're filling up that space with those kind of people, and it sort of crowds out the negativity. So you don't necessarily have to just say, don't focus on the negative people and say, I have to cut that person out. Focus on adding more positive in, and just sort of let the negativity roll off of you. Well, that's something that takes some experience and practice and a lot of inner work to be able to do that. And you definitely don't want to be fighting against negativity on a day-to-day basis, like every single day, because that will drain your energy. Add more positive people in, supportive people. Let's say you have a goal to learn how to cook. Maybe take a cooking class or multiple cooking classes. Start meeting other people who want to learn how to cook better. Start cooking for people and practicing what you're trying to learn. And that's going to help support you. Look at your social environment. How is it affecting your ability to actually create the life that you really want for yourself? Like, really evaluate that, take a step back, and then what can you tweak? What can you change? What kind of people can you add to your life that are going to propel you more towards the things that you want, towards the life that you want? What kind of people can you include in your life and start surrounding yourself with and reach out to? Maybe you're the kind of person that likes to do it alone in this whole social environment thing. You're like, I don't really need people to help me reach my goals. I can do it by myself. Yeah, I feel you. I've been there. I was very much a do-it-alone kind of person, and I still have a tendency to do that. But I know that things are much easier when you do them with other people, or you have support from other people, and I'm definitely much more into that than I used to be. It is also so much more fun and much more enjoyable, so you enjoy the journey. And if you have been hanging out with me for a while, then you know that I'm all about the journey. There is no perfect end game destination. The journey is what really matters. So if doing things with other people around is going to make it more fun, why would you not want to do that? And easier. More fun and easier. No-brainer to me, okay? So take a look at your social environment. What can you do to tweak it? If you'd like to get some support from me, I have a free opportunity for you. It is a free 5-day challenge where we're going to create an extraordinary life blueprint for you. It is a complete plan. You're going to have the sketched out foundation of your extraordinary life blueprint. We're going to do this in just a few minutes each day, so I'm looking to keep the video training and the homework down to under 30 minutes for you each day, so you can actually get this done. It's easy, it doesn't take up a lot of time, and it will also give you a nice little plan by the end of the week, your blueprint for your very own extraordinary life, what kind of things you need to start doing to move towards that, tapping into who you are, all of that. So join me. Go sign up at wildsavvy.com/ELBP 5-day. It's ELBP for Extraordinary Life Blueprint, 5, the number 5, and day. So I'll include the link in the description. Please join me. I would love to have you there. It's completely free to you. No strings, no obligation. I just want to support you in going a little bit deeper into this, and I want to help set you up for success. So join me for this free 5-day challenge at wildsavvy.com/ELBP 5-day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a fantastic day. Much love.